Shit.
Get my jacket. You ain't going over talking about food. Paid for. What?
Antagonizing. Like, what? Back up from him.
Use a
bad.
Use a cold-blooded.
Hey folks, welcome back. I've got a wild video to share with you today. Just a quick heads up. I don't have the full story about how this situation started or why it happened. I found the video exactly as you're about to see it, unedited from the beginning. I don't know the exact city or state, but it went down at a McDonald's. You'll notice the officer in the video has special police on the back of his vest. I'm not sure if he's a real cop or part of some high-tech security team. Check it out and let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Walking all up on him. Look how far he's giving him no space. Like, come on, y'all. Why you gotta be all up on him like that? You ain't get that. Come on, y'all.
What's up,
You antagonizing.
Take your badge and put that gun down.
Like, you antagonizing. Like, what's your
problem? Take that badge and
Are
put
you
that gun
angry?
down. Take that
Like, he really would. He would
take
go
that
for real. Like, he's sitting there.
Yeah, take that
just come up with an attitude for
you
what?
need a gun. You need a gun.
Hey, get out his face. Nah, watch out, young.
Nah,
watch out. You wild. Like, why you yeah, you being recorded too. Is it taking send it to your company too, police officer?
Use a cold-blooded.
This was the special archangel.
Use a
Shit.
Get my jacket. You ain't going over talking about food. Paid for.
Can I food? Hello, can we get our food? 121 and what was the other one?
What?
Antagonizing. Like,
what?
Back up from him. Like,
what?
I mean, what is your problem?
What?
He's scared. He's scared as
What? Use a
He's scared as
use a
bad.
use a cold-blooded.
Use
a cold-blooded.
If you make that's and I'ma sue your God. I'ma sue antagonizing. Hold it, man. And shit. I wish the fuck you would.
And our Pito spray that right here.
Man, back up from him. Up. If he spray everybody, I got a real police officer on my time. The fuck shit.
I'ma eat that. I'ma eat that shit. Fuck you talking about?
You telling him to back up, but you all on him.
I ain't backing up. Get the fuck out of my face.
Stop touching him. Stop touching him.
I wish you would.
Back up from him. But you all in his face while he trying to get food. Like, that's so unsanitary. Like, that shit is out.
So dumb bass. Oh, that's right on the
He ain't going to. He ain't going to. He's old, scared as shit. He's old. Oh, that's why you're crazy. Oh, shit. Oh, you bitch.
And I'm still in this getting my mother food, nigga.
You keep
You gotta get my fucking right feet.
act like he
Let me get my fucking right feet.
on his face.
You come walking up on me like my motherfucking bitch. Wrong with you? Hey, fuck my motherfucking up. Yeah, okay, what? Okay, what? Anytime, jump them. Jump! Oh,
That man literally jumped, man.
Nah, you back the fuck up. You walking up on me.
Oh,
Stop! Now, come on, man.
shit.
No, don't pull out your gun. Don't do that. 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 I'm telling you right now. Don't do that, ho. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that because you being recorded and you dead wrong. Don't do that. Don't pull out your gun, y'all. Don't pull out your gun.
Wow, he's trying to reach for his gun, in my opinion. I mean, you can hear it. The girlfriend's trying to hold him down and keeping him from trying to reach his gun. From what it sounds like, what do you guys think about this?
Pull out your gun. You ain't gonna pull your gun back? Don't pull out your gun, y'all. You ain't
Go ahead, what are you doing, Slim?
You
You the only one out here got one?
go.
Go, man.
You dead wrong. You dead wrong, and you being recorded. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do what you doing.
Alright folks, picture this. You're just trying to enjoy a Big Mac with your partner, and out of nowhere, a cop decides to invade your personal space. Like way closer than anyone should be. It's awkward, uncomfortable, and honestly, who wouldn't be annoyed? Our guy, understandably not cool with this, tries to step back and create some distance. But nope, the officer keeps closing in, almost like he's about to whisper something in his ear. At that point, anyone would want their personal bubble respected, right? But instead of easing up, things escalate. The guy decides to stand his ground, and suddenly, the officer loses it, pushing him to the ground, fries flying everywhere. Now here's the thing, both sides could have handled this better. The officer should have respected the guy's space. There's no reason to play the get closer game in a public place over a meal. On the flip side, maybe the guy stepping back even more could have helped diffuse the situation. But here's where it gets serious. If there's no immediate threat or valid reason, the officer being in someone's face like that feels way out of line. It's not just about personal space, it's about respecting someone's dignity and rights. Yes, officers have tough jobs and make split-second decisions under pressure, but part of their role is de-escalation, not escalation. And pushing someone to the ground like that, especially if it wasn't necessary, crosses a line into excessive force. At the end of the day, the officer should have taken a step back, literally and figuratively. Respecting personal space and staying calm isn't just good manners, it aligns with the values of the Constitution. Balancing order and individual rights is key, so let's keep that in mind as we dive further into this situation.
You gotta watch it with the public when you coming out. You just ran the light, people walking on the crosswalk, and you on your bullshit, and you don't even want to acknowledge me. You up? What? Yeah. And as soon as you turned on your lights, you hit your gas from 0 to at least 30. What do you mean no? No? Really? No? I was on the crosswalk and I have the right of way. And for you to run the light like that and not give people a chance to walk, you are... I'm formally requesting your supervisor. Excuse me. I'm formally requesting your supervisor. What's your name and badge number?
I'll give you my name and badge.
Yeah, your name. I want your supervisor. That's what I want. That if you would have hit me, then what?
You wouldn't have hit you though.
What? You didn't hit me because I moved out the way. That's why you ain't hit me. I am requesting your supervisor.
I ain't no rat. No, you don't. No, that's
What's your name and badge number, officer?
4940.
Can I get your supervisor, please?
My supervisor.
Cause that's a gross misuse of tax dollars, what you doing.
Come over here.
No, right here, ma'am. Please.
Where are we going? I gotta turn the car, but we're gonna go first.
I need you to call your supervisor, cause it's about to be a problem.
That's free gas.
It's about to be a problem out here.
You pay for it?
Yeah, taxpayers pay for that gas. Y'all don't care about tax funds though. No, ain't no call a precinct. I need your supervisor. Look, I'm formally asking for her supervisor, and she's refusing to get me a supervisor.
North Central. We got Timothy. I'm safe.
Where?
Because I want to hear what he got to say.
Who? This guy?
I've been there.
Officer Briscoe, 4940 is her badge number. Excuse me, officer.
Don't even call somebody.
Well, yo, don't get an attitude with me. Don't get an attitude. Yo, you work for me. Don't get an attitude. You work for me. Who you work for? I'm a taxpayer. Who you work for? Who pay your bills? Taxpayers. Get me your supervisor, servant. Get me your supervisor, servant.
Wait a minute, you what?
She's a piece. Yo, dude, right now, I was just walking down the crosswalk, right? I had the light. From 0 to 30 miles an hour, she heard her sirens, immediately hit the gas and almost hit me. I'm just walking, minding my business. And then this don't even got the courtesy to apologize. A piece of You are a piece of low life scum of the earth. Scum of the earth. All you are is a money generator for the state. That's what you are. You piece of.
Please, calm down, bro.
Is your supervisor coming?
He's right there.
All right, all right.
Let him know.
I'm gonna let him know what a piece of you are. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Please, calm down, brother.
Ain't no calm. I don't have to calm down. She was. I ain't going to prison. I'm not doing nothing wrong. Are you the supervisor? All I gotta do is give you 10 feet. Don't tell me to back up. Don't tell me to back up, cause you're gonna get me pissed off out here. You mean back up? She almost hit me with her car, and when I had the right of way, it said walk when I was on the crosswalk, and her can't even apologize to the public.
What's up, brother? I'm just a person that came by that's using my gun to show the business. Bro, here we go.
You're being recorded.
And that's no problem. So are you.
Okay, so what's up?
You're actually live on
the
YouTube.
problem? What's the problem?
That she's a piece of. I'm walking down the crosswalk with the right of way, and from 1 second to another, she blared her lights and almost hit me.
Okay.
She's supposed to give the pedestrians the right of way, no matter what the situation is. And I came and approached her. She couldn't even apologize. All she did was ignore me and try to belittle me. And I'm fucking upset because she is a tyrant. Are you a tyrant, sir? What's your name and badge number?
Sergeant Garcia.
Badge number?
You can see it right here.
Listen, I don't like to talk about myself, but I can't read. I'm a little dyslexic. Can you help me out? Thank you, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to articulate it, right?
No, I just have to show it to you.
Come on, man. It's policy. I read the policy.
Okay, I'm telling you what it is. Okay, so
I'm telling you what it is.
So what do you want to do?
I want to file a complaint on her.
Did she hit you?
She almost did.
Did she hit you? Is my
She
question.
almost did. That is gross negligence.
she
She's
hit you?
supposed to. So it sounds like you a piece of shit too, man.
Give them the number to CCRB.
It sounds like you a piece. I know CCRB's number.
So then what do you need?
I need a report filed on her.
For what?
Yo, how many times do I gotta keep sitting here?
hit you?
I don't repeat myself.
Did she hit you?
So it's a problem as long as she don't. It ain't a problem if she don't hit it.
You don't want to complain, so no problem.
Yo, all I was looking
There's
for,
the car number.
all I was looking for her to say, you know what, sir, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. Then it's all good. But for me to come and she try to ignore me and walk away from me, like if I'm not at the end of the day, y'all all work for me. All of y'all work for me. I'm a tax-paying citizen. 298. Really?
The number to CCRB. If you want to call this, you got a badge.
Yo, what's your name and badge number, sir?
You have it right here.
Sir, you supposed to articulate your name and badge number. Say it again. I'm sorry. You a yo, y'all. Now she apologized, right? She's a just like the other two that just got here. Yo, what kind of gross negligence is this? I don't give a about the public. Yeah, they out of here. You ain't gonna come to me with that bull. You got the right one, man. Yo, if you wanna illegally arrest me, then I'm fine. If you want to illegally arrest me, anything I can see, anything I can see, I can record. I don't care what you say. I really don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. You a piece of shit. I don't care what you say. You a tyrant. You are I don't give a if I'm on camera. Obviously you do. You cockhead. You.
This situation shows why it's so important to know your rights when interacting with law enforcement, especially when something goes wrong. Here, the person was walking in a crosswalk with the right of way, but the officer's actions put them in a dangerous position. It highlights how essential it is to stay calm and assert your rights in situations like this, even if things feel heated. The key takeaway is that when you're crossing the street or simply going about your day, you have the right to be safe, and police should respect that. If you feel like you've been wronged, whether it's by an officer or anyone else, knowing how to handle the situation can make all the difference. This person knew their rights, asked for the supervisor, and filmed the interaction, which can be a game changer. Filming not only protects you, but can be vital if things get twisted later. Real-life examples like this show how things can go sideways fast. but with a clear head, you can stand your ground. Of course, always be respectful in your approach. You don't want to escalate things unnecessarily, but at the same time, don't let your rights get trampled on. If you feel something's wrong, don't be afraid to ask for accountability, whether it's asking for a supervisor or filing a complaint. Always remember, police officers work for the public, and knowing how to navigate these situations can help you protect yourself and your rights in everyday encounters.
Come on, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Who are you?
Let's move forward. Leave him alone.
Who are you?
What's your name and badge number?
Who are you?
What's your name and badge number?
What's your name, Sean?
What's your name and badge number?
Yeah, 1550.
Sergeant, leave him alone. They're not breaking any laws.
I'm not following you.
They're not breaking any laws. Leave him alone.
Depot wants to come and collect their shopping carts.
Leave him alone. Did you talk to Home Depot?
Yeah.
You spoke to Home Depot?
Yeah.
When did you speak to Home Depot, Sergeant?
Sean,
So-
do you have any purpose here?
Yeah, I have a lot of purpose here. I'm here to. You can move along now and stop harassing people that are not breaking any laws, sir. No one is breaking any laws here. They don't work for Home Depot. Home Depot can come get their own carts. You are not. Are you part of the cart narcs, sir, or the Suffolk County Police Department?
Okay, Sean.
Are you part of the cart narcs?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You never heard of the cart narcs?
I'm responding to a complaint.
No, you're not. You did not receive a complaint. Don't. You're not. You don't work. You don't work for Home Depot. You work for the people. These are free people that are free citizens here that aren't breaking any laws. Okay, not returning your cart, is that against the law?
Do they own the cart?
Is that against the law, not returning a cart? It's still on Home Depot.
Do they own them?
Home Depot owns them. That's
Right,
Home Depot's
Home Depot wants
problem.
them back.
Home Depot's problem.
Right, and they asked us to facilitate getting them back. Is that unreasonable?
It is unreasonable because they're not breaking any laws.
If you're taking something that belongs to someone
They didn't
else,
take it. They didn't take it.
They're possessing it.
Okay, they're not taking it though, sir.
They possess it.
Sergeant, why are you harassing people? Don't you have better things to do here than to harass people about Home Depot carts?
Is it theirs? Sean?
This is protecting and serving. This is my tax dollars
Your
here.
name is Sean Reyes.
You can know. Everybody knows my name. I don't care if you know my name. It doesn't matter to me. What does that matter? It doesn't matter. I'm here to.
They own the carts.
It doesn't matter. They're not stealing the
Is it
carts.
okay if Home Depot wants them back so people
Home Depot
shop
can
there?
come and get them back. This is Home Depot's parking lot.
People are possessing them when they're not theirs.
They're not breaking. If they were breaking a law, you would arrest them, and you're not because they're not breaking the law.
Having a cordial conversation with them.
They don't want to talk to you. I heard them. They don't want to talk to you.
Okay. And
They don't want to talk to
They got
you.
off the carts, so now the people who are employed.
They're sitting on the carts because there's no seat here on a bus. It's a bus stop, and the seat was removed. Why was the seat removed? Do you know that?
Are people employed to make money and help their lives by collecting the parts and bringing them back to Home Depot?
So they're sitting on the carts because there's no seat here at a bus stop, sir.
I'm not.
This is a bus stop here.
Do I
I
look like public transportation?
You don't look like a Home Depot employee either.
No, I'm asking you a question now.
I mean, you could say you don't work for at least the transportation department is a public
Is it
entity.
that person's right as a free person to work for Home Depot and do their job?
They can come and get the carts if they want them.
Not if people are
They have people
possessing
that come and get carts.
them. Not if people are possessing them. They're not.
How do you know that they put the carts here, sir? The carts could have already been here.
I don't. I said they were possessing them.
They're not possessing them by sitting on them. That's not possessing
I
them.
nicely asked them to get up.
But that's not possessing them, Sergeant, and you know that. That's not possessing them. They were already, the carts were already here. You don't know, you have no reasonable
you're being
suspicion.
unreasonable.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to protect the residents of this
And I'm
county.
facilitating your YouTube channel now, which is very, very nice.
I mean, you can facilitate whatever YouTube channel you want. You could say you could have, I told you to move on about 10 minutes ago. You could have moved on. You didn't have to facilitate any YouTube channel or anything.
And now Home Depot can come get the person who's trying to make money and provide for themselves and their family can come and finish their
They
job.
could have asked them to step up off of the cart and, hey, can I have the cart? They don't need people. Sergeant, they do not need, I'm here to hold you accountable. Home Depot doesn't need law enforcement to tell people to stop sitting on carts.
Tell me how.
They don't.
How?
They could have said, hey, you're sitting on our cart. Can we have it back? That's it.
You know
Simple.
that might have
It's that
happened in the
simple.
past.
Did it happen today? We're not talking about the past. Did it happen today?
Are you aware of that?
Did it happen today?
know-
I was over there watching you.
Yeah, I didn't do anything wrong.
I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm just saying that I was over there watching you, and you obviously came over here and you started harassing people.
Appreciate everything.
They didn't want to talk to you. I heard them when I pulled up. They didn't want to talk to you. They said, don't say anything, right? Because they don't want to talk to you.
And they were talking to me. They were very nice, actually.
Okay, well, I heard somebody say they don't want to
They're
talk
very
to
nice
you.
people waiting for the bus.
Right, they're waiting for the bus.
They're right.
Right, and you are now illegally,
also-
you are illegally parked in a bus lane.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm conducting official police business.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You have no official business with me, and you're talking to me.
Yeah. I know you're enjoying this.
I'm not enjoying anything.
I'm gonna go
Yes,
let
have a nice day.
know
You are
that
dismissed, Sergeant. Thank you. Have a nice day. You stay safe out there, okay? Have a nice day, Sergeant.
provide for themselves and their
Have a nice
family
day.
Can now come and finish their task.
They're sitting on carts. You have better things to do than to harass people sitting on shopping
I'm not
carts.
harassing you.
Sir,
I'm helping the people.
you are illegally parked right now. I'd appreciate if you moved. You are in the way of the... Just to show everybody, you are in the way of the bus lane right now, sir. Parked the wrong way on the side of the street.
I can account.
You can break the law? Are you allowed to break the law?
I'm allowed to conduct an
Are you allowed to break the law? Investigation, what crime?
Of the possession of it.
They're not in possession of it. You know it. They're not.
I'm helping the people.
No, you're not. You're not helping anybody.
You're instigating.
I'm not instigating anything. I came over here.
You're looking for something.
Have I raised my voice at you? Have I called you any names? No. I am here talking to you, telling you.
Again, Sean, I'm
Okay.
not here.
Okay. So have a nice day. Go let Home Depot know. Go do that. I'm here to protect citizens from unwanted conversations with law enforcement. You have no reason to talk to them. They're not breaking the law. But there's no reason to talk to them. They're not breaking the law. And exactly, that's why I came here. Look at you. You should do that. Exactly my point.
I'm going to go finish what I'm doing.
Finish whatever you need to do. You're in the way of the bus route. Have a nice day. Take care. Absolutely ridiculous. Over people sitting on shopping carts. Yeah, and I told him, stop harassing these people. And I knew he was harassing you. He says you were in possession of these carts for sitting on a cart that was here. You didn't bring the cart here.
So I'm on a traffic stop right now.
Hi, Mr. Riggs. Are you alone in the car?
I am alone in the car, yeah, here.
Okay. Hi, officer. My name is Akshay. I'm an attorney.
Sergeant Leo. So you wanted to retaliate against me for me, Well, thank you very much. Hey man, just so you know, I stopped you for the fingerprint dogs.
What'd you stop me for?
Honestly, it's the window sensor too dark. And honestly, it's a really a safety hazard for police officers, and it's something that you should have removed. You know, it's for our safety and for the safety of the motorists on the highway. Okay? So I have no, again, I told you, I have no problem with anything that you do or anything like that. But again, it is a safety issue. People do get hurt all the time, and we'd appreciate it if you complied with the New York State PTL. So I just want to let you know what you're being stopped for. That's all. All right.
So you didn't stop me because of our interaction earlier?
I can't even see in the car, so.
You didn't stop me for our interaction earlier?
One eternity later.
Like I said, strictly for your safety and all the motorists.
It's for officer safety. That's what you said.
And everyone else in the
You said it was for officer safety, and this is complete retaliation what you did to me. It's complete retaliation what you did to me, Sergeant. Complete retaliation.
Folks, first off, the officers' actions here are sketchy at best. They're hassling people over shopping carts. Come on. If Home Depot has an issue with their carts being taken, that's their problem to handle, not something that requires police intervention. The people sitting on the carts aren't committing a crime. They're just waiting for a bus because there aren't any seats. So what exactly are these officers enforcing? Nothing. They're just flexing authority where it isn't needed. Then there's the issue of the auditor filming the interaction. He's on public property engaging in constitutionally protected activity under the First Amendment. The officers know this, but instead of just letting him record and moving on, they choose to escalate. They demand that he leave, tell him he has no reason to be there, and try to dismiss him, but he has every right to be there, just like anyone else. The only reason they want him gone is because they don't like being filmed. And the cherry on top, the traffic stop later on. The officer claims it's for a window tint, but it's painfully obvious this is retaliation. 4 tickets for tint, no tint meter used? Yeah, that's a textbook example of abusing police power to punish someone for recording them earlier. At the end of the day, this whole situation is a mess. The cops could have just left those people alone, let the auditor film, and actually focused on real crime. But instead, they wasted time, harassed citizens, and probably set themselves up for a lawsuit.
So they're whispering now that they saw me recording, but the important thing is they're not saying anything. This guy in the BMW was kind of eyeballing me. Looks like he might be some type of maybe an attorney, maybe a judge. Looks like he doesn't even want to get out. They're not bothering me, guys, so I'm going to continue. So this is the guy that was in the BMW. He came back. I had a feeling he was going to call someone. Six YCG 997. That's called the Comeback of Shame. He's off the clock, so it's not a public record. He's gonna go cry about it to someone because there's an American citizen taking pictures in America on public property. Can be a little crybaby.
Just making sure you're not a threat.
Just a guy with a camera, sir. More public workers leaving. Okay, hold on, let me get a little closer.
What's that?
Do me a favor, when you head out, walk a little slower so I get a better shot.
I don't like having my picture taken without my permission.
Oh, I thought you wanted your picture because you were approaching me.
Well, because I want to know what you're doing.
So you walk up to everyone wondering what they're doing?
When they're doing what you're doing, yes.
I wasn't even focused on you until you started kind of getting my attention, though. But anyways, yeah, you'll make a great thumbnail. Don't worry, you're good. That's silly to walk up to someone that you don't want to be recorded while they're recording. Got the Comeback of Shame right there.
Can you lower that so I can see your face better, please?
No, thank you. You got to do your own work, brother. Keep your distance, though. Don't. I will smack that out of you.
Well, then you'll get charged with
No,
assault.
if you get in my own personal space, it's self-defense. You can do your best. Keep your distance, though. If I come up to your face, you wouldn't like it, would you? Don't be a fucking dick.
Don't like you creeping on people.
Don't be a
taking
fucking
pictures.
dick.
You're the one that's kind of
You came back to me, approached me. I didn't approach you.
You're out here filming everybody.
Public
as they come and go.
building,
I know.
public
It's
workers.
legal.
You work
Yes.
for me. I don't work for
Yes,
you.
it is legal, but it's really creepy. And
You
it's
guys
kind
got cameras everywhere. What's creepy is what are you guys doing that you don't want me to see, that you're so scared of?
No, we're scared of people coming after us.
With the police station right across the street.
Never know
With the
about
PD right across the street.
Never know about people.
I'm guessing you've never been. I'm guessing you've never been to Disneyland or the beach or anywhere where people take pictures. Must be a scary place for you, huh?
You know, that's such a red herring. That's a
It must be scary, huh? Go back under your bed when you get home. Be safe, man. I come in peace. You're good. Comeback of Shame, guys. This guy's got his phone up like he's trying to record me low key. Yep, he's recording me, guys. He's not even my target, but he was just parked across the street when I was doing all my recording of the PD, and he decided to come out and start recording me.
I need you over here. I need you over here. I need you over here.
I come in peace, brother. I come in peace. I come in peace. So he was parked across the street over there. I was recording the cops. I was recording the part of this building right over here, which is a public building. And then he made a U-turn, and as he was driving by really slowly, he had his phone recording me. I wasn't recording him originally until I seen that he's trying to record me. Now he's trying to call the cops on me, man. I'm like, what does he think's going to happen? Are they gonna come and lock me up because I'm taking pictures on the sidewalk? Come on, man. There he goes over there, guys. There he is. Let's see what he does if he comes in the parking lot. There he goes back over there. So that's where he was originally. I'm not sure what his problem is, though. There's a couple of police officers. Maybe they can flag him down. Maybe he called and that's why they're pulling over. I think it's definitely possible. So there's the guy right over there. He's getting out of his vehicle. I think he might have called. See what happens. Could just be coincidence. Who knows? Yeah, so I'm thinking he probably called.
Can I answer any questions for you, sir? You seem very interested in the police department. Anything I can do to help you?
No, I appreciate it.
Okay. You don't have any questions? Anything I can answer?
No, I didn't
about
call
the
you
police
guys.
department?
I didn't call you guys.
No.
I mean, maybe he did.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had calls for you. That's all.
Got a cop caller here, guys.
Got in my window and started.
Sir, why don't you tell him the truth that you actually turned around in your car and made a U-turn and you drove up to me? Why don't you tell him that part? Tell him that part. Tell him that part. Because I got everything recorded.
So, this guy's harassing me.
Sir, I'm 1,000 feet away from you.
Because he was standing in the window of my car. So then he went over here and started doing something over here. So I took my camera out, moved over here, and started filming him to let him know that somebody was watching. So I'd appreciate it if you guys would keep. Does this seem normal to you?
People take pictures all day long, brother. It's a camera. Just like you were doing to me.
He's talking to him right now.
That's okay. Free speech.
Yeah, but I can tell you if they're in the middle of a conversation that you don't interfere with them, because right now he's talking to a police officer,
and
that might be a criminal matter. So
what would be the offense
of interfering with them?
No, I'm not interfering. It's free speech.
Yes, if you start yelling,
would you like me to stand here? I'll stand back. Will that make you happier?
That's perfect. What I'm saying is, if you start yelling at that person,
I'm not yelling. I'm speaking so you can hear me. I'm not yelling.
If you're yelling at this individual while he's trying to talk to a police officer, you're interfering with him reporting possibly a crime. So that's 148. That's
well, write me up for it then. I'll see you in court, brother.
I know what you're trying to do. I'm just informing
I was
you.
recording peacefully. He approached me. He literally came down, drove over here with his camera. That's the only reason I started recording him.
So I understand that you're here. You're testing out your First Amendment rights.
Yeah. So what's the deal? Why would you threaten me with that?
Because you have every right to stand here and record.
And I have a right to speak, and I'm not going to stop because you want me to. If he wants to make a police report, I can talk over you. I can talk over him. He can go inside. He can go inside the office and file a report. There's no expectation of privacy in here. I'm 15 feet away. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. It's not a disturbance. No, it's free speech. You can't make a lawful activity, a constitutionally protected activity, a crime.
When you interfere with a police investigation,
no, stop it. Stop it. You're looking silly, man.
Well,
3979 McClure, K McClure. Is it K or K? K McClure is acting silly.
I don't mind you walking.
No, I don't want you to say that I attack you and then you arrest me and.
You're on camera.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You never know what happens to your camera or what you do.
Oh, so things go wrong with our cameras?
I'm not saying you personally. I'm not saying you ever did that. I'm just saying that in general, I don't know what's going to happen to it.
Would you like a case receipt card?
Yeah, if you got one, that'd be great. I appreciate it.
For you. So, this is an event for the 2 calls for service today involving you.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to back up just for my safety.
Sounds good. If you have any questions, you can feel free to talk to me. Just let them do their thing, okay?
Yeah, let them. But just don't impede on my free speech, though.
Yeah, you're doing great right now.
Gotcha.
I'm just asking.
Do you have a personal business card by any chance?
I don't carry them with me.
Got it. You're the sergeant?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that I.
Okay, guys. So hopefully this gentleman gets educated on our First Amendment. I literally walked past him. He made a U-turn, approached me, recording me. Then he got upset when I started recording him back. It's kind of silly, guys. And nothing wrong with being a concerned citizen. In his opinion, he thinks it's suspicious with a guy my age and my shape walking around in broad daylight around a police building where they got tasers, they got guns, I mean, even if I tried to run, guys, I wouldn't make it 10 feet. So, I mean, it's crazy, man. I can't imagine the world, living in his world. Can you imagine going to Disneyland or the beach or something?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all listed.
And we got 4.8, 5.8?
He said a lot of people do it, like they record them in his car. Yeah. So.
It's just silly, man.
Well, it is. It's silly. There's a lot of misunderstanding about what's legal and what's not legal about recording.
Yeah.
Most of the time, everything about it is legal, right? Public place.
Yeah.
There's no expectation of privacy, right? However.
Come on, man. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Yep.
Keep it that way. Keep it that way.
The issue is that people get upset, right?
Yeah.
That is just the nature of human beings.
No,
right?
I get it.
When people get recorded, whether it's lawful or unlawful, people get.
I
annoyed.
understand completely
and
on
so
that.
people tend to abandon the rules and they get upset. Right?
The funny thing is, I wasn't even recording him though, and he went out of his way to get into my recording session. That's like jumping in a swimming pool and saying, "Hey, I don't want to get wet." It's just silly.
But it happens, right?
That's just my opinion, man.
It is.
I come in peace, man. I'm not here to harm anyone or stalk anyone. When I was recording people, I don't follow them to their cars.
Right.
You
so
know,
normally
I don't go over fences or.
But that's a great point, because recently we've had several people enter our secured campus.
When you say, you mean here or you mean some? Oh, okay.
No, here. So people have either jumped the fence.
I wasn't sure if you meant like
after
your training facility over there on like Monterey or whatever you meant.
our police department, where all of our dispatchers are, and so
not very smart criminals, I guess, if that's what their intent was. I don't know if they're just trying to get out of the weather, but if they have criminal intent, that's not the smartest idea.
It's very unnerving. So we will get calls because we don't know what your intent is until someone like me comes over here and sees that you're just exercising your First Amendment rights, and then we're all good. But until then, we have to assume the worst until we
well, let's not assume the worst, man. Let's get there. We're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
Innocent until proven guilty, but a police officer has to assume the worst to be prepared for the worst.
But if you get a call with a guy with a camera, what would be that worst? With all the, like you said, you knew what I was doing. You've been obviously educated. Either seen the videos or you've been educated. Yep. You know, maybe you've had meetings or emails. I don't know how you guys communicated, but at some point you've had some type of training or communication about it. So when you get a call for, there's a guy out there in broad daylight with a big boomstick, a camera, just walking around peacefully with a battery pack, you know, just recording, you're like, oh, okay, it's just one of those pesky camera guys. Code 4, we're good. Let's go interact because we have to. We got a call, but at that point, hey, we're good.
And that's a great point. The last thing you said. At that point, we are good.
Once you realize it's just a camera guy, though.
But until I get here, I don't know what your intent is. I don't know if you're armed. I don't know what's going on until I get here and I see that you're who you are, and we're all good. So. Again, that's why I say we have to plan for the worst, because I don't want to show.
And going back to the free speech, you know, I just got to, intervene on that. And hey, we can agree to disagree, and it is what it is. Physical speech, a First Amendment protected activity, cannot be considered interference. Interference is a physical offense. Now, if I go up to the point where I'm yelling in his ear where he can't do anything, but for me speaking loud enough so he can hear me from 15, 20 feet away, that's free speech, brother. And I'll do it all day long. If you'd like to prove a point, I could do it right now. And if you want to write me a citation for misdemeanor, felony, whatever, I'm not sure what it is, we'll go to court and we'll battle it out.
My point
That's
is
not my intention. I'm just saying.
I understand.
I'm trying to have a cordial conversation.
I don't take the bait when people challenge
It's not
me.
bait. It's not bait. It's just a fact. It's a fact.
I don't take the bait when someone challenges me to write or an arrest or a citation to prove a point. I can use my words just like you, and I can educate.
I appreciate that. Honestly, I do appreciate that. I wish more officers thought that way, because some will let their emotions or the ego get to them. So, like you said, you're law enforcement, not feelings enforcement.
But exactly. But we're also not AI.
But we're also not AI.
We'll be replaced by robots, and then nobody gets under the robot's skin, right?
Yeah.
Nobody pushes the robot's buttons until.
Or they're trained to just not care and just violate our rights. Who knows?
Could be.
But again, me just communicating with him, like I said, saying that free speech is interference is absolutely 100% preposterous, unless I'm doing it to the point where you literally just cannot do anything. But there's no expectation of privacy out here. So if you want a private conversation, you take them inside one of the little rooms in there, you take them into your car, you take them somewhere, but not on the sidewalk, man. Come on.
So that's where we're splitting hairs, where you're saying it.
I will agree to disagree then.
That's right. Where you and I are agreeing, but then disagreeing, because you're saying I'm not interfering with him unless I walked up to him and started yelling at him.
Well, that could be a disturbance then.
So what's the difference between standing here and yelling at him?
Well, the difference is I wasn't yelling. I was speaking loud enough so he could hear me from that distance.
And interrupting what they were.
Interrupting is not a crime. Interrupting someone is not a crime.
If you're interfering
No,
with an
sir.
investigation.
No, sir.
Okay. Well, there's something for you.
I would challenge you that left and right, day and night, 24/7.
And you're you're welcome to ask your viewers what they think. You know, I
will. In this situation, the auditor is clearly exercising his First Amendment rights by filming in a public space, something he's legally allowed to do. The officers, however, seem to be overreacting and potentially violating the auditor's rights. There's no law against recording people or vehicles in public, and the auditor has every right to film, especially when the action is peaceful and not disrupting anything. It's concerning when police start escalating situations where there's no real threat, like in this case where the auditor was just recording and not causing any harm. The officer even suggests that filming could be an interference with an investigation, but that's a stretch. Recording in public doesn't impede police work unless it's physically obstructing something, which wasn't the case here. It's also clear the officers were called based on a misunderstanding or maybe a little panic from the BMW driver. They had to assume the worst, but they were quickly able to see there was no threat. Still, their response shows a lack of awareness around citizens' rights, and the tension built up unnecessarily. In situations like this, staying calm and assertive about your rights is key. If you're recording in public, you're within your rights. If officers start to challenge that, the best approach is to remain polite but firm in asserting your First Amendment rights. Don't escalate by getting into arguments or backing down. Just stick to what's legal and safe. It's important that people understand they can stand their ground without being intimidated.